G'day YouTube and welcome to Greer's Great Aussie Adventures. I'm Ray, the blind traveller. This is my wife Em and our daughter Isabel. We travel Australia full time, living life on the road and want to share our travels with you guys. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, tune in every Saturday at 3 and come along for the adventure. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Just thought we'd do a sit down, bit of a chat about what's happening, where we're at, and why we're still in Sunshine Coast.
Apart from the fact that there is loads to see.
So much to see, so much to do, and the weather so far has been amazing. We've had a few hot days, but it's been really nice.
Yeah.
Now, we were going to head off from here as normal, just do some sights, do some delights and head on. But weather down south has been, as everyone knows in the news, it's been pretty terrible, unfortunately. Sorry for everyone down there.
I think you're pointing a bit farther.
Come back this way, that?
Yeah. Hi, sorry if I was cut off.
And yeah, so we thought we want to avoid that weather.
Yeah, because it's not worth putting in all the effort and time to go that way.
Just miss out on everything.
Yeah, to miss it. So
if we're going to go to these places, we want to be able to spend money and do all the stuff there. We don't want to have to drive through towns and miss out just because it's flooded.
Yeah.
So that's reason one. Reason two is, as everyone saw in the past videos, we cut the back off the canopy on the Jeep and we're going to redo a front half canopy.
Yeah.
That has to happen quicker than we thought because the way the canopy was made and the way we've cut it off, it is nowhere near waterproof anymore.
No, so all our gear and
everything keeps getting wet.
Everything in there.
So we'll get to that in a minute. We want to do some changes to the van. Pretty, not drastic, but
Do you want to just turn it back to me a little bit?
are going to change things massively, so I'll give you a look there as well. So while we've been here, the people we know here, they're best couple there is.
Yeah.
They've let us set up
beautiful.
in this little single bedroom cottage they've got here, like a little granny flat.
Mm-hmm.
So we've set up in here while we're working on the van. We're going to get all that done. We are going to be heading off after Chrissy sometime, like early next year.
Yeah.
As soon as everything's done basically and the weather clears up, we're going to be off. We got Em's hand. She done a mischief to her hand. We're not 100% sure what she's done.
Right hand.
I keep telling her it's arthritis, and apparently that's not a joke. It might be.
Yeah. So all the preliminary discussions with the doctor is not actually a far-fetched idea.
So,
and obviously, the more I use it and do things with it, the worse it gets.
Yeah. So we got tests and everything tomorrow, and so we'll see what that comes of that.
Yep. Keep you posted with that development.
But there is so much to do here, and because everything is so close in this Sunshine Coast region that to do what we want to do, everything is just there.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a bit of a base camp that we can just take off for day trips and
just go do something, come back, go do something, come back.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of things just in a day trip. Like today we ducked to Brizzy to have a look at a canopy.
Yeah.
Because we were going to build our own again, but the cost of materials outweighed just getting basically a China one. There's no beating around the bush, it's a China one. I'd love to get a good one made, but it's just way out of our budget.
Yeah, they are really a lot more costly than I thought they were.
Yeah, so getting a locally made one is just unrealistic for us. So unfortunately, it will be a China spec thing.
Yeah.
We're looking.
Anyone that followed our last canopy build, it was pretty stressful.
Yeah, my eyes have got worse in the last 12 months, as everyone knows.
Since that canopy build, his eyes have gotten worse. So it's
as much as we want to do it, and everyone knows that we like to build our own stuff, but it's just getting to the stage where it's just not worth the trouble.
No.
And the cost of materials now, like it was going to be more cost in just materials, not hinges and latches, and just actual bare metal than buying a China one. So
you kind of got to weigh it up at the end of the day.
Stress levels and frustration with what I can't do anymore, it's just not worth it.
As opposed to go for a 2-hour round trip, pick it up, chuck it on the back of the car.
Yeah.
And
so we're looking at
Magnum
body, Magnum manufacturing in Brizzy there. They seem right. They just seem like every other China canopy.
Yeah. The thing I did like though is we phoned them up, had a chat to them. They invited us to come down and have a look. Said they would pull the canopies off the shelf, unwrap them and everything.
So we can have a look.
So they had 2 different styles there that we were interested for Ray to they had them open.
So I could feel and have a look.
Yeah, for Ray to go through and have a look at them. So that part I really liked, that they were so helpful.
They do all your pre-made off the shelf, obviously dual cab and single cab sizes, which is We were looking at a 1200 canopy, but if we buy it off the shelf, it'll only be, our tray's 2 meters wide. The canopy will only be 1800. So we're looking at going, if we're going off the shelf, it'll be 1800 by 1800 by a meter high. Yeah. So it'll be narrow, it's the same width as the body, basically, not the tray. But they do custom ones, so they're just doing a quote up now and letting us know what a custom measurements will be. But yeah, so we'll see what the custom one ends up costing. If not, we'll just be 100 mil shy each side and have an 1800 by 1800.
So be it, right? It's
Who
not,
cares?
it's not the
as
end
long
of
as
the
it's
world.
waterproof and we got somewhere to put our stuff, I don't care.
Yeah, that's the main aim of this whole thing, is to have a waterproof canopy.
Something that we can, and it's just light. Like the car is so light now. Like we're down at like 2.5 ton from just under 4.5 ton.
Yeah, it's a massive difference right now.
You know, just load on the motor and everything is. We're going to be losing a hell of a lot of weight out of the van. Like there's going to be a couple 100 kilos coming out of the weight of the van.
Yeah.
But I suppose we should go and give everyone a look at.
Yeah. Sorry. Another thing that we're actually doing. That's going to chew up a little bit of our time as well, is we're doing a little bit of stuff with Vision Australia at the moment. It's just really quite a long process, and there's a lot of hoops to jump through to get Ray the visual aids that he needs.
And it's not just a case of walking to a shop and buying it.
No, which is so ridiculous, right? That you just can't walk in and buy what he needs. We've got to go through all these things and assessments and stuff. And
I said to the woman at Vision Australia, so this is how much bullshit it is. You can walk into a chemist and buy a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You can walk into a mobility shop and buy walking sticks and walking aids and all that sort of stuff.
I can't walk in
and buy a cane. You just can't walk into a shop and buy a cane. That's not how it works.
They don't stock them.
So I've basically got, it's like a 3-week wait just to have an assessment. From the assessment, then it's like another 6 to 8 weeks to be able to get a cane and get all that stuff sorted. So it's a couple of months of just rigmarole just to get some vision aids, and it's a friggin' joke, but it's just another reason we have to stay in one spot to do that, because it's all got to be through one store. Yeah,
we can't do what we usually do and do one part here, one part there, one part somewhere else.
They're not a pleasure to work with at all.
No, it's really quite difficult, but it's something that needs to happen sooner rather than later, before the situation does get any worse. And we got everything ready to go. So sorry, I just wanted to add in that. That's something else that's happening here that's a reason for our grounding as well.
Yeah, so we'll give you a look.
Without further ado,
let's go show. We've been busy for the last couple of weeks. We haven't done much filming. Just been sort of getting into it and haven't even thought of picking up the camera, basically.
No,
but
there's been a lot happening in the background.
Before we go, don't forget to leave a comment on our 1,000 subscriber celebration. Don't forget to leave the comment there and subscribe and everything. But we'll go and have a look. And give this a go. See what you reckon, eh?
Yeah.
So here's the van. We've got the van undercover here. I probably just gave it away on the Jeep, actually.
Oh yeah, because you panned the wrong way.
If we did and made it blurry, we'll make a blurry bit.
It doesn't matter. You're coming down to show them right now, anyway.
So this is the Jeep now. Canopy's completely gone. Tray's gone. The floor of the tray. I ripped the floor up because obviously where everything was mounted before, there was just holes and everything riddled everywhere, and it just looked disgusting.
Yeah.
So we're going to lay a new floor. Undecided what we're doing. I'm going tomorrow to look at aluminium slats like on factory ute trays. So we're going to look at that tomorrow. Contemplated with timber because I love timber trays, and I'm contemplating with flat plate. So it's going to be one of those.
Please feel free.
Alloy plate, of course, flat alloy plate, not steel. Nowhere near steel. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions on what we should put on the floor of the tray, leave it in there.
Because don't worry, I know obviously our videos don't come out immediately and stuff. Don't worry, this floor won't be.
No, this won't be done till after Christmas, because basically everything shuts in a matter of a week. So our finances aren't going to buy a floor by then.
No.
But I do have to just weld a couple of braces in the floor, because this floor wasn't the main structural floor before.
No.
There's a lot of soft spots. So yeah, that's where the Jeep's sitting.
And then obviously
she's friggin' light.
Canopy comes in the front.
The canopy, a 1200 canopy will basically come. Where's the weld?
Just
right there. That's a 1200 canopy there. A 1500 canopy will come to yay, and an 1800 canopy, that's what we'll probably end up with, will come to about here.
Yeah.
And then it's probably about here. And then the spare tyres on the back as per normal. But it is so light, guys. It is, like we were at 2.6 tonne in Maryborough when we just had no roof. No, that was a full canopy.
That's
We
right.
cut the back off here.
That's
So we'd be down under 2.5 tonne now. It's like a bloody race car. It's so far. I'll give you a look at the horn now. Everyone can see the horn. I can't show over there, see? I can't let that show. But yeah, here's the horn. So down in here is our Mack truck air horn.
Yeah.
There's the Mack logo there on the front. I don't know if it shows. There's our air horn.
You can't even give it a pop off because everything...
Yeah, there's our airline to the compressor.
We did that well, didn't
Yeah,
we? We've
that's
not
a
even
good
shown
one.
you guys what it is.
So that'll be a part of the unveiling.
Yeah, when we have new canopy and everything, you guys will have to see that then.
So that's where the Jeep's at. Second alternator's on. I did that the other day. So we'll be running 2 alternators now. So the DC-DC and the van can finally be hooked up.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to give this to Em and I'll open our bed first.
Okay, sure. So,
Go and have a look at the changes here. This is the new, what would you say,
wow, sorry.
open air sleeping arrangement.
yeah. Oh, no canvas there. Whoopsies.
Whoopsie, that happened. All right, so,
Ah,
and now in here,
it's a mess.
it's a mess, so, sorry. But there's the whole bed, and all the dinette's gone. We just made these aluminium frames. So basically the plan now will be, instead of having this be our canvas bed end here, this will be a wall with a huge big window here, hopefully nearly the whole thing. And then our bed will now be in here. When it was winter last time, we never used to set the bed up anyway. We'd just drop the table at night and that was our bed. So TV lift is gone, TV just going to be wall mounted. And that will be our bed at night in there. And no more setting up in the rain and packing up in the rain.
Plus it also comes back to that whole, Ray's eyes are never going to get better. So I cannot physically set that bed up. It is too heavy for me to lift up on my own.
They are heavy.
So the less that has to be done, the easier it makes our life.
We've probably taken well over 150 kilos out.
Oh yeah.
Well over so far. Like
The rear bar is gone.
rear bar's gone.
That's gone.
So the spare tyres now on the Jeep. Wash machine will be in the canopy. But like this is all the timber work here. Well, that's the old canopy, but all the timber that's come out. Like this is all the old dinette, TV lifter.
Weighs a ton.
There is so much weight in all that to be replaced with just the aluminium box. Like there's probably 2 kilos of aluminium frame in there now. There's probably 150 kilos of timber there. So, let alone by the time that bed end comes off and becomes an alloy wall with a window in it, like that bed ended weigh probably 60, 70 kilos, and it'll just be an alloy wall then. So we should be well on our legal weight limit at when we get it re-tagged at 2 tonne. We should be on our weight, so it should be legal.
That's the
plan, main goal is to get legal.
Yeah,
because as I've
take
said,
that
I
stress
think
away.
I've said in the past, is when we had this completely gutted with no timber work in it, just the 4 skin walls, it was overweight.
Yeah, which
going by
was
the factory
scary.
tags.
So scary.
So no matter what we do, we can never ever get it to what the factory tags wanted at, but we can get it re-tagged at 2 tonne.
And
So-
I think we're going to achieve that. Like,
Yeah,
are we nuts? Yeah, probably doing...
have to.
construction
These days
again.
they're being that strict on weights and everything. Basically, it's a you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So between losing the weight off the car and the weight off the van, I reckon we'll be losing 2.5, 3 tonne all up.
Which is massive.
It's massive. Like
it is so
fuel
massive
economy is going
on
to
our
change.
rolling weight
Everything.
and-
Our GCM has just dropped to hell.
yeah.
But yeah, so
It's exciting.
I didn't actually say the aluminium we're using is to connect it, like the quad lock aluminium, and then the plastic hammer in corners. That's all from Ulrich. They're by far the cheapest. Each connector is like between $1 and $2, depending if it's 2-way, 3-way, up to 5-way.
And it's so easy, guys. Like,
Oh,
oh my god, that come
that
together
there
so quickly.
Knocked up in half an hour.
I think it's about an hour. 2 frames.
And then the box is like $25 for 6 meters.
Yeah.
And they're a bloody tight fit. Like you got to really hit them in with a hammer.
Bang them on there, yeah.
So basically I'll give you another look tomorrow. And
Yeah.
the bed will take a bit more shape and you'll be able to see a bit more what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go out tomorrow and see what ultrasounds happen and have a look at the flooring for the Jeep.
Yep.
And see what we end up doing. But
We'll show
I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so it's like 2 days later. I haven't picked up the camera. I said I was going to show the bed once it was a bit more together. But we've only just got power back on. The night that I was just filming, we had the biggest storm, hey, like bigger than we've ever.
Yeah, it hit it about 1 a.m. I think the news report said, but that's probably
and it was
roughly.
like all these trees behind us, you couldn't even really talk over the wind.
And you could hear them like the cracking, like they were on the verge.
Yeah,
of
it was so windy, and just like full lightning, just constantly.
These chairs were like almost
blowing across,
sliding across the little patio here. But like it was
unreal. But yeah, so we lost power.
Yeah.
And we basically had no power since, so a whole day with no power. We plugged the fridge inside into an inverter and ran off our lithiums.
Yeah, that way.
Instead of running generators. But yeah, so we didn't get as much done as we thought by the time this video was going to be wrapped up, because it is currently Friday afternoon and you guys are seeing it tomorrow. So afternoon. So thought I'll get it finished now so Em can edit it. But we have made the top frame. So the top frame's in there made. I'm just pinning the bottom one down in place now. Basically screwing the bottom one to the floor and the walls, and then we'll make the upright legs. The top one will go on, and then I can make the new 12-volt wall. Basically out of all our old wiring and everything, we'll just put it all back in close to how it was, rather than spending money and making more and that sort of thing. But that'll be in the next video. That'll come along a bit more. Yeah. We did drive to Brizzy and have a look at canopies. Did we say that?
I don't know if we did tell you guys. That might have been a spur. That was the power outage day, because we were sitting here.
It was. That's
no
right.
fans,
Yeah.
No anything. No
we had
nothing.
So we're like, bugger it, let's go to Brizzy and have a look at canopies.
Jumped in the car, shooted down. To
so I think I've decided on the Magnum, wasn't it? Magnum.
Magnum is the brand.
Magnum's the brand. And it's the 1800 by 1800. I did want to go 1200, which, like I said before, 1200 is like here.
Yeah.
But without going custom, the widest I can get is 1800. Now our tray's 2050, so the canopy's going to sit in quite a bit each side. So that area that I'm losing there, I'm going to go in length. So we're going to go to an 1800. So it's going to come to probably about here. So we'll still have enough room on the back for spare tyres and whatever else. And the reason the 1800 is the full metre high of our roof, whereas the 1200s are only 800 high, which only comes up to that windscreen rubber there. So it looks a bit silly.
Just under the windscreen.
Yeah, it actually.
Top of the silver
I think it'd look quite stupid because it's narrower, it's lower, it'd just be dumb.
Yeah, I don't think we would have been very happy with it.
So we're going to the 1800, so it's back to square. It's the same width as the cab, so visibility becomes so much better.
Yeah.
And then we gain that extra length inside, and the 1800 goes to a metre high. It'll be white, flat plate. So that's basically where we're at canopy wise. It's just a case of saving up for it now. Yeah,
it's gonna be the best option.
Yeah,
for us, I think.
Like I said in the last little clip, making one would be awesome, but it's just I'm getting a bit past that sort of thing now.
Yeah.
It's getting far too frustrating. But yeah, so that's basically where we're at in this one. Next one, next video, the bed will probably be a lot more further on, and we'll be getting stuck into the DC stuff.
And we'll be getting past the Christmassy stuff.
Yeah, we can't even really. You can go and do things like we're gonna go and have a look at stuff. But I tell you what, the Christmas break. Yeah, so we're gonna stay away from everywhere.
Today's the last official day of school for Queensland, anyway.
Like we went down to Caloundra yesterday.
Down to Kings Beach
to have a look at Kings Beach and get the ultrasounds and everything done on Em's wrist, and it was.
Oh, I don't think I've seen so many people on the beach in my life.
And that was a weekday. That was the bloody weekday in the middle of the day.
Yeah. On a really hot
really
day
hot
too,
day.
that-
Just basically set it in that over the Christmas
Holy.
break, we're not going anywhere.
No.
We'll go do things that not many other people do.
Yeah. Maybe we might get back out to look at our waterfalls.
Yeah,
and stuff
maybe the
because-
historical village, and there's an awesome looking historical village
Yes.
at Caboolture.
Yes, you've got it right.
Got it
this
right that
time.
time. So we might go check that out. But that's all
Yeah.
yet to come. So that'll be
Yeah.
in the next few
Yeah,
videos.
so don't stress. This
Yeah,
is
it's
not
not
going to
just
be
all build shit.
build. There's a lot of other things that we want to do.
In
I
this
want to
area.
take you guys further back into the hinterland.
Yeah, go back over through there again.
Yeah, out through Kenilworth and stuff. It's really beautiful out that way. So.
Yeah. And we got there's that aviation museum at
Yep, over near
Caloundra.
Caloundra, the Air Museum. So,
So we'll go
there's
check
a
all
few
that out.
things on the list. So
But yeah, so
we'll get there.
We'll get
It'll
there.
all get there. It'll all come together.
and then hopefully once Christmas rush is over, we can go and do a lot more of the popular sort of looking things.
Yeah, after school holidays will finish. Isabel
Yeah.
wants to over Christmas go back to Aussie World, but I was kind of like, probably
Maybe not over Christmas.
I did
But-
the
but
old
after
we'll
Christmas,
see.
after Christmas, I'd love to get her down to one of the theme
down
parks.
to the actual theme parks. Yeah,
Because we are so close, we can probably just drive down to one a week sort of thing.
yeah, something along
Duck
those
down in the
lines.
morning and come back in the hour.
Yeah, do a big day trip.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
enough
sorry,
jabbering
bit
and
of
boring
rambling.
everyone. But yeah, so keep an eye out for the next one. A bit of an update and whatever else we're doing. We've got no
Yep.
idea what's going to be in each video, so we're just winging
No,
it.
it's kind of.
So you will find out when we find out.
Ta-da.
So don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff, and don't forget we still have a couple of calendars left.
Yes. Oh, you were doing a different. Don't forget to me.
Yeah, I don't want to do the other one to the end, see?
Oh.
But yeah, we still have a couple of calendars, so if you want one, you can still get an order in. And don't forget to join our 1,000 subscribers celebration. So
Yes. So last video above.
yeah, don't forget to
Jump up there and
Yeah, we'll
pop
put
your
it.
comments
We'll
on.
put the video at the end of each video while the draw's on,
Yeah, sure, that's
so
a really
you can
good
click
idea,
on it.
isn't it?
But
Yeah.
yeah, so if you haven't watched it, make sure you go watch it and join it and get in
Join.
it.
Get involved.
It's going to be awesome.
As Isabel says.
But yeah, so
Anyway.
like, subscribe, do all
Anyway.
that stuff. See you next week.